All right, so these are two of the final 8 players. We started with over 840 players. We're down to 8, and the winner of this tournament is going to be entered into the King of the Month tournament, and maybe we should lay the link down for the King of the Month tournament.
Yeah, and we're actually getting into this, so...
All right, let's forget that then.
All right, everybody, welcome to IMBA TV, where everything is imbalanced. We've got Drusdill facing off versus Weebang, and this is going to be on Blistering Stands. This is the quarterfinals of the Craft Cup number 28 Friday night esports event. It's a great night for Craft Cup. Jim, why don't you go ahead and take it away from here?
All right, no problem. Spawning as yellow Protoss. On the bottom left-hand corner of Blistering Sands is Weebang from the Virus team, spawning as red Terran. In the top right-hand corner from Team Media Cafe is Drusdill. Drusdill is Terran, Weebang, Protoss. And we see Drusdill is immediately sending an SCV out from his main base and into the Protoss base. So this is an unusual move to scout this early. Blistering Sands is a 2-player map, and therefore there is no question about where your opponent is located. And I'm not sure what Drusdill has in mind here, but he is aggressively fighting a couple of probes, and he's going to continue, and now he's going to back off, and that SCV is down to 10 health already. Now, if we look at Drusdill's main base, he built a supply depot in his main base, and I guess the question is this SCV going to build a barracks somewhere? And no, it's not. The scouting and harassing SCV is moving back into his main base, and Drusdill is building a barracks in his main base while a gateway is being warped in Weebang's main base. So we're 2 minutes into the game, and we now know at this point that there will be no early cheese, gimmick, chicanery, silliness, no tricks. First 5 minutes of this game will be pretty simple and pretty straightforward play by both of these players. Drusdill elects to build a second barracks with no Vespin refinery. So it looks like Drusdill will be building a lot of Marines. Weebang is scouting that, of course. He has brought his probe in and seen those 2 quick barracks. So that's a fascinating choice. It's an uncommon build order that we're seeing from our Terran opponent, especially against Protoss, but we'll see what he has up his sleeve. Definitely. Now we see another SCV at 40 health, so he's only lost 5. And McDuffs, is there anything you'd like to add at this point?
Seems like a pretty standard opening from both these players, nothing too cheesy. Some counters. And we also see, actually it's a little bit, not standard, because we do see the double barracks, of course.
Yep.
So.
And now it looks like Weebang is just going about the typical standard Protoss build order. And a fascinating choice for a pylon. And I'm surprised that Weebang has not sent a probe around his base looking for a bunker somewhere. Now, we're noticing now that Drusdill, after getting no gas, is now getting 2 refineries fairly quickly. So I think Drusdill has already given up on trying some kind of 8 Marine, 5 SCV push, or so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's already given up on that because he is going to be getting gas from 2 refineries. There's no add-on on either barracks. I highly suspect what we're probably going to see is a factory as soon as Drusdill gets his 100 gas. Right now he's at 50 because there's no add-ons going on to either of these barracks. Now, if we check out the Protoss base, you'll notice we're seeing a second gateway and a robotics facility. Warp gate tech is about 20 seconds away from completing, and here comes Drusdill. Here comes the pride of Team Media Cafe, folks. Down the middle of the map. 2, 4, 6 Marines. Look at these guys.
That's right.
Anyway,
they are armed
you know what?
and mean.
Enough fun. Let's get down to the seriousness. Basically, it's Sentry Zealot. 1 Sentry and 1 Zealot against 8 Marines. Here we go. That Sentry's going to have to lay down a good force field. There it is. A second sentry comes out. So you know what? Y-Bank's done a nice job. And at this point, Drusdill's really probably got to back off. We are noticing a factory which will complete now a tech lab with stim pack upgrade and a reactor. So it's looking like Drusdill is really pointing towards a marine heavy type of build. Notice as well, a tech lab is being built upon a factory. And boy, I'm telling you, Drusdill, he likes these marines. And look at this. Is this marine going to go after this probe?
It looks like it.
Yep.
Oh, no, he actually backs off.
Yeah, he just wants to take the watchtower.
That's right.
Interesting. He's got both right now. Terran controlled both watchtowers for a brief second. And Drusdill, as I've already outlined what his buildings are, we are now 7 minutes into the game. And right now, Y-Bang has got 26 probes. Drusdill's got 25 SCVs. Drusdill's army consists of 1 Marauder and 12 Marines. Of course, he has the stim pack upgrade completed. And we see the first units out of the robotics facility for Y-Bang are not observers. The first 2 units turn out to be immortals. Therefore, I think Y-Bang is a little bit paranoid after seeing that quick, you know what I mean? All those quick infantry units. Now, we do notice as well a proxy pylon being built. I'm not sure. That's an interesting placement for that. We'll see how he uses it later in the game for warp-ins. Now we're seeing a stalker. The stalker will take back this Zelnaga watchtower. It's interesting how the stakes rise on the watchtower. At first, people just put a scouting worker unit, and then they put bigger and bigger units over the watchtowers, willing to spend more and more resources on securing or eliminating units around the watchtower. Now, 14 Marines, 2 tanks, 2 Marauders. The tanks have siege upgrade. The infantry have stim pack, and now we're seeing Y-Bang with a proxy pylon.
More like a forward pylon, in my opinion.
And now the purpose of these immortals is to take down the rocks. There's 1 observer on the field. The warped-in units that came from this pylon are now coming into effect. Now we see this pylon, and it's going to be ring around the rosy here, around this Terran base.
And we do also see the shields for the Marines going down, and tanks and Marauders being pumped out, as well as that expansion command center, just as this attack by Y-Bang comes in. And
you know what? Drusdill loses a whole bunch of vision because he took out right here. Drusdill can't see anything going on over here.
And he's food capped.
Drusdill's up to 61 food. Oh, this is fearsome, man. This Protoss army, and he stops. He's in big trouble. Terran's in big trouble here. Amazing push by Protoss. But
you know what? I think he's going to be able to defend it. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs in that fray. He's still sitting at 20 SCVs, but he does hold it off.
Look at this.
Maybe he'll be able to push.
I don't know. I mean, no, I don't think he should push back. I think he should fortify and back off, but he's not going to. He's going to push his units back. And so right now, Protoss sits at 1 base and 31 probes, whereas Drusdill has got 2 bases, only one of them mining, and from that 1 base, he only has 20 SCVs. And we're now at the 11-minute mark, and this proxy pylon has not been spotted. So in other words, all the warping in, Drusdill believes that all the warping in occurred on the pylon that was over here that he just destroyed. According to Drusdill, he believes this pylon does not exist. Does not exist. And look at this. Controlling the Zelnaga watchtower. And it looks like, you know what? Y-Bang wants to play off of 1 base. And look at this. The way he places this pylon, he's able to warp units right directly into the field of play.
And here we go.
Y-Bang wants to end this game fast, and I don't think he's going to. This Terran force, it looks like it's going to win this fight easily.
Look at all those Marauders, and the tanks, not siege, are still doing great damage. And GG is called. Drusdill takes the win. Y-Bang does not get the point. As we
Y-Bang Y-Bang attempted a quick 1 base play, and it just didn't work out.
Hell. And we made it this far by leaning on each other.
Whether it's blind luck or damn fool courage, in all my years, I've never seen anything like what you 2 jokers have pulled off.
So we're going to keep following this. Let's see. I'm going to check the other one. It was Goody versus... And Goody is still in the game with Sock, so we'll just leave that alone. So we'll continue forward covering the Drusdill versus we'll continue covering the Drusdill game. And if you want to join in on me.
Yep.
So nice defense by Drusdill then. I guess Wybang was focusing on winning with only one base. And this is a pretty interesting choice by our Protoss player, selecting a giant map. When he played on Blistering Sands, he was just trying to do one base play. He was just trying to win it off of one base.
All right, and we're getting into the next game here.
Beautiful.
All right, everybody, welcome to IMBA TV, where everything is in balance. We've got Drusdill versus Wybang, and this is the quarterfinals of the Craft Cup number 28. And, you go ahead and take it away from here, Jim.
All right, it's important to note that Wybang switched from Protoss in this game to random. So Drusdill is unaware of his opponent's race. The funny thing is, Drusdill likes to scout really early. Remember how he scouted really early last game?
Yeah.
So Drusdill's going to scout really early again, and he's going to find out what race Wybang is really early. I mean, we're a minute into the game, and Drusdill's about to find out. Oh, and in fact, I'm sorry, Wybang was random last round as well.
Yeah. And he got Protoss for the second time.
Again. And okay, so then this explains why Drusdill scouted so early. So there you go. In any event, we're seeing Drusdill with a supply depot in his main base completed. We notice Wybang chrono boosting in probes. Now this is a huge map, and the unique feature of this map is that the natural expansion area is on high ground.
That's right.
Unlike other maps. And we're seeing a gateway being warped in.
And that SCV is still running around unmolested.
And the warped-in gateway indicates no cheese or silliness from Wybang. Drusdill, on the other hand, is going again for 2 quick barracks. So maybe this is Drusdill's standard build order. We have seen Drusdill go very far in other Craft Cup events. It would be nice to see him win one.
For sure.
He's definitely not a high-profile guy, but he definitely can beat high-profile players, that's for sure. So the second barracks is going down along with the orbital command upgrade. And as far as scouting, with Wybang hasn't done any is about
Actually,
to now.
there it is.
Yep, exactly. So Wybang will see all of Drusdill's base. He doesn't go deeply all the way in. I think he saw enough. Now, I think he's going to hide this probe, maybe, and hope he can run back into the base and see what's going on. Now, we're almost getting to the 4-minute mark. And at this point, Wybang sits at 20 probes, and Drusdill sits at 16 SCVs. And the second gateway is being warped in. Warp gate technology is being chrono boosted in by Wybang. And you have to wonder, is Wybang going to try another one base type of play?